Howdy guys, Cub here. Welcome to a quick video on Minecraft 1.14.3 pre-release 1. This pre-release is mainly a bug fix pre-release, but yeah, there are also some other features, some subtle features that you need to be aware of. So, first change we have in 1.14.3 pre-release 1 is that farmers will now spend more of their day farming. So you can see this guy, he will harvest a crop, then wait just a few seconds, and then go on to the next crop. So there he goes. And apparently he can also harvest from one block above the ground now. He doesn't actually have to be on the same level as the crop is, which is kind of interesting. Kind of strange, but yeah, he will spend more of his day actually farming now compared to what it was in 1.14.2. Another interesting change in this pre-release is that iron golems will now be more frequently called in when villagers are in a panic. So whenever there's a raid going on, and the villagers are running around, you know, sweating and panicking, they'll be much more inclined to call for a golem to spawn in. So let's just go ahead and test this out. This also does mean that you can have a golem spawn in at night, so you don't necessarily have to have iron farmers that only work during the day. So let's go ahead and switch this to night, and we'll spawn in a raid. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to give myself the bad omen effect. That'll start a raid. Panic is setting in. And yeah, let's just go ahead and then switch it to night. Time set midnight. And we'll see what happens here. So we have one golem over here. We have one golem over there. Just wondering what's going to happen. Wow, they're all crowding into one house. Alright, 2 waves in. It's interesting. It seems like the villagers come back out of their houses to ring the bell every once in a while. It seems like they're actually more concerned with ringing the bell than like hiding for a brief time, and then they go back in. That's kind of weird. But okay. Yeah, let's see what we got over here. Yeah, okay, there's a golem that spawned in at night, so we have those two still over there. And yeah, we had another golem spawn in right here. That's pretty cool. Another interesting change is that farmers can now always give away food even if other villagers don't need it. So yeah, this guy actually doesn't need it, so he's actually throwing it back to the farmer, which is pretty hilarious. That's awesome. You can now breed up 2 trader llamas to make a baby trader llama, and the baby trader llama sticks around, so that's cool to see. There was also an issue where villagers would breed even if there wasn't enough beds, and that would result in scenes like this, but that bug has now been fixed. The Wandering Trader UI has been updated. If we go ahead and right click on him, you can see here, I've made a trade here for Nautilus Shell, and if I mouse over this, this shows nothing, rather than the villagers can only trade twice per day thing that other villagers will say. So like this guy here, it says villagers restock up to 2 times per day, but that's not the case for the Wandering Trader, so it doesn't say that. So that's pretty nice. Another couple notable bug fixes. Number 1, killing one of these pillager raid leaders, like this guy right here, will not give you the bad omen effect when the current raid ends. So yeah, that is no longer a problem. That raids will continue infinitely, so that is a very good change. And also another change is that you can no longer have multiple raids in the same village. So for instance, on Hermitcraft, we actually had a point where we had 4 or 5 raids going on at once, and you can see a raid coming in here. But if I quickly go away from the village, like this, and I'll give myself the bad omen effect. Actually, we need effect. Give myself bad omen. There we go. I give myself a bad omen. Come back into the village. You can see a raid's already going on, and you'll see it just basically gets rid of the bad omen. So those are 2 great fixes. No more infinite raids, and no more having multiple raids in the same village. There was also a couple of bug fixes with regards to villager pathfinding. Villagers will now run away from zombie villagers, whereas previously they did not. So yeah, you can see them fleeing there. And also, villagers will now no longer sometimes path directly into the mob that they're trying to avoid. So if I spawn in like a husk here, see they actually run in the opposite direction rather than, you know, potentially like right toward the mob and try and attempt to sort of like run past them. So those are good fixes as well. There were also a bunch of other fixes that were rather subtle. For instance, you know, mobs spawning on top trapdoors was a problem, so that was fixed. And also things like Farmers only crafting bread when they pick up 3 wheat at once. That was now fixed. So now whenever they pick up wheat and whenever they have 3 wheat total, they can craft that into bread. So that's great. There are also a bunch of other crash fixes that were included in this pre-release. So that's good to see as well. But anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for me today. If you want to check out the full changelog, there'll be a link in the description to that. But for now, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Cub. Goodbye.